When rainfall disappears and your garden starts to fail, most people assume the season is over. Plants wilt, soil cracks, and hope dries up right along with the water. But here's the truth most gardeners never hear. Nature already solved drought. Long before modern irrigation, fertilizers, and monoculture farming, entire civilizations survived and thrived in extreme heat and low rainfall. They did it using crops specifically adapted to harsh, unforgiving conditions. These plants didn't just survive drought, they expect it. Welcome to Backyard Crops. I'm Adam Grove. If you want to grow food that keeps producing when water runs dry, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and stick with me, because these crops could completely change how you garden in a warming world. Modern agriculture abandoned many of these plants in favor of water-hungry crops that collapse the moment irrigation stops. Meanwhile, these ancient food heroes are still here, still resilient, and still capable of feeding families with a fraction of the water. Let's get into them. Crop number 1, sorghum. Sorghum is one of the toughest grain crops on Earth. It grows 8 to 15 feet tall and produces heavy seed heads while using about 40% less water than corn. Native to Africa, sorghum has fed millions of people for over 5,000 years, yet it's rarely grown in backyard gardens today. Its survival strategy is brilliant. Waxy leaves roll inward during peak heat to reduce sun exposure and water loss. Its roots reach 4 to 6 feet deep, pulling moisture from soil layers other plants never touch. When drought becomes extreme, sorghum doesn't die, it goes dormant. Growth pauses, the plant protects itself, and when rain finally returns, it resumes growing like nothing happened. Sorghum thrives in temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, conditions that shut corn completely down. The grain can be popped, cooked like rice, or ground into gluten-free flour. Sweet sorghum varieties also produce syrup from the stalks. Nutritionally, sorghum beats corn and rice with higher protein, iron, zinc, and B vitamins, all while requiring far less water. Crop number 2, pearl millet. Pearl millet may be the most drought-tolerant grain humanity has ever domesticated. It evolved in Africa's Sahel region, one of the harshest agricultural environments on Earth. Pearl millet produces reliable grain with just 10 to 15 inches of annual rainfall and thrives in temperatures exceeding 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Its roots can reach 8 feet deep, accessing moisture long after surface soil has turned to dust. During severe drought, pearl millet can pause growth, then resume when moisture returns. It matures fast, often in 65 to 90 days, making it perfect for short or unreliable rainy seasons. The grain has a mild, nutty flavor and cooks like rice or grinds into flour. Nutritionally, pearl millet outperforms corn and rice with higher protein, iron, zinc, and B vitamins. It's also naturally gluten-free. This crop doesn't just tolerate heat, it requires it. Crop number 3, amaranth. Amaranth is a dual-purpose powerhouse. Used by the Aztecs for over 8,000 years, amaranth provides both nutritious leafy greens and protein-rich grain. It grows 4 to 8 feet tall with dramatic red, gold, or green plumes filled with thousands of seeds. Amaranth uses C4 photosynthesis, a highly efficient system that converts sunlight into growth while minimizing water loss. This allows it to thrive in hot, dry conditions where other crops struggle. It grows best above 95 degrees Fahrenheit and actually produces less grain if overwatered. Its deep roots pull moisture from below, and it thrives on natural rainfall in many climates. The leaves taste similar to spinach and are richer in protein, calcium, and antioxidants than most greens. The grain is a complete protein, containing all essential amino acids, which is extremely rare for plants. One plant can produce a cup or more of grain with minimal water input. Crop number 4, cowpeas or black-eyed peas. Cowpeas are what beans should be. While most common beans stop producing when temperatures rise above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, cowpeas continue flowering and setting pods well above 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Originating in Africa, they evolved to thrive in heat and drought. Their taproots reach 4 to 8 feet deep, accessing moisture long after surface soil dries out. Waxy leaves reduce water loss, and the plants tolerate long dry spells with little impact on yield. Cowpeas grow well with 15 to 20 inches of rainfall and actually prefer poor soil. Too much fertilizer causes leafy growth at the expense of pods. They fix nitrogen, improving soil fertility, and are remarkably pest-resistant. You can eat the beans fresh, dried, or even harvest the leaves as greens. Few crops are this tough and this productive. Crop number 5, pigeon peas. Pigeon peas are perennial drought survivors. These woody shrubs grow 6 to 12 feet tall and can produce for 3 to 5 years in warm climates. Their taproots reach up to 10 feet deep, allowing them to survive months without rain. They thrive in intense sun, poor soil, and high heat, producing protein-rich peas while improving soil through nitrogen fixation. Pigeon peas are eaten fresh or dried, and are staples in Indian, Caribbean, and African cuisines. Young leaves and shoots are also edible. Once established, a single plant can produce several pounds of food annually with almost zero maintenance. Crop number 6, fonio. Fonio is called the grain that feeds the desert, and for good reason. It matures in just 6 to 8 weeks, requires as little as 8 inches of rainfall, and thrives in sandy, nutrient-poor soil. This ultra-fast growth allows it to complete its life cycle before drought intensifies. Despite its tiny seeds, fonio is nutritionally impressive. It's rich in amino acids that most grains lack and cooks like couscous with a light, nutty flavor. Fonio has fed West African civilizations for over 5,000 years and remains one of the fastest maturing cereal crops on Earth. Crop number 8, moringa. Moringa is often called the miracle tree, and it earns the title. Native to the Himalayan foothills, moringa thrives in heat above 100 degrees Fahrenheit and survives months without rain once established. Its massive taproot reaches deep groundwater, allowing continuous production during drought. The leaves are among the most nutritious foods on Earth, higher in vitamin C than oranges, vitamin A than carrots, calcium than milk, and protein than most greens. Leaves, flowers, pods, and seeds are all edible. One mature tree can produce hundreds of pounds of food annually with minimal care. Moringa doesn't just survive drought, it dominates it. Crop number 9, teff. Teff is Ethiopia's ancient supergrain. It grows with 12 to 15 inches of rainfall, tolerates heat and drought, and produces tiny seeds packed with protein, iron, calcium, and fiber. It's naturally gluten-free and a complete protein. Teff matures in about 90 to 120 days and adapts well to changing moisture conditions. It works as flour, porridge, or traditional injera bread. Small garden plots can yield surprising amounts of nutrition. Crop number 10, lab beans. Lab beans are beautiful, productive, and resilient. These vigorous vines tolerate drought once established and continue producing pods in extreme heat. They provide edible pods, dried beans, and leafy greens. Given a trellis and warm soil, lab beans reward gardeners with heavy yields when other beans fail. Bonus: biochar for extreme water retention. Want to amplify all of these crops? Add biochar to your soil. Biochar is charcoal made for agriculture. Its porous structure holds water like a sponge, releasing it slowly to plant roots. It also improves nutrient retention and supports beneficial soil microbes. Adding just 5 to 10% by volume can reduce irrigation needs by 30 to 50%, and its benefits last for decades. Ancient Amazonian soils enriched with biochar are still fertile thousands of years later. These crops aren't experimental. They're proven survivors that fed civilizations through drought, famine, and climate extremes. By growing them, you're not just protecting your garden, you're reconnecting with resilient food traditions designed for a changing world. If you found this useful, subscribe to Backyard Crops, share this with anyone struggling with dry conditions, and comment which crop you're planting first. Grow strong, grow smart, And remember, the best gardens work with nature, not against it. I'm Adam Grove. I'll see you in the next one.